Welcome to our channel Pastparadox. If humans are born they will die definitely, but here is a very important question. What happens after death? Where do they go? Do they really come in as a spirit, in the form of a spirit on our planet? In today's video, we will talk about the scientific ways and only based on facts. We will talk about what happens after death and how science sees this phenomenon. What happens after death? This is what people can tell you who have experienced death. For this reason, when coma patients and heart attacks were being rescued by the patients who were being asked, how did he experience this death? He said that when he was close to death, he had a very peaceful experience. He felt that his body's pain had been finished. Many people even said that he was feeling that's when they were feeling that they had gone out of his body. He could see themselves doing surgery. Many people were remembering their whole life every moment. When these things heard, they were in the middle of their minds. They were not even believe it. So they thought to do a research on it. This experiment was named AWEAR. This mission's main goal was to see if it was really a heart attack or a clinical death. That means when the heart and brain both stop working, then did you feel that your soul is coming out of your body and seeing you? Or is it really your mind, your memories flashback? For this, first of all, UK, Europe, USA, in every hospital's operation theater, a few things were added. First of all, a picture was added, facing up to the roof, which could only be seen from above. It could be a check that the soul is really coming out of your body. And as soon as the operation finished, then immediately those patients who were being rescued from heart attacks were taken. They were asked what they had seen in the operation theater. And in this is how different patients were collected. In all these tests, it was found that 9% of patients felt that their mind, their life's memories were in fast speed. 2% of people, during the operation, remember everything well, which was a bit shocking. Some people were seeing a long tunnel that is showing a bright light, which is probably because of the operation theater's light. But none of the patients could tell us what was written there. So the soul subscribable thing was wrong. But the question is all about how do we see it? The start of your death starts with the heart stopping, which stops our blood circulation stop. It stops the tissue and organs from reaching oxygen. As a result, our blood is getting more and more carbon dioxide, which is what we call hypercapsula. Because the oxygen is low, our pH level starts to reduce, and our blood, tissues, all become acid. Now, because our brain is very sensitive to oxygen, we lose our ability to think and understand. Our brain cells, in 4 to 5 minutes, due to a lack of oxygen, start to die. Our body cells start to produce lactic acid, which leads to a huge drop in pH level. In 15 to 30 minutes, gravity starts to collect the blood from below. This starts to the color of our upper body's organs. Then, after a while, our body starts to cool. After this, starts a cellular breakdown. After a few hours, the blood gets filled in and the cells of the pancreas's cells start to break down. Then, slowly, our muscle peels start to relax, which is why sometimes, if the blood is filled, then their urine also gets out. After a few hours, the blood gets filled in and the blood from the bottom of the body, the blood becomes a flood, which makes the skin color purple-red. After 2 days, the body is producing bacteria, methane, ammonia-like gas, which makes the whole body smell a very dirty smell. After a few days, during the putrefaction, the gas gets collected and our body starts to flower. After a week, the body starts to become bacteria and insects, which starts to reduce tissue mass starts to decrease, and our body tissues are being removed as a fluid. After a few more days, the blood vessels, especially the nerves, marbled pattern, like hemoglobin breakdown, are being in the skin starts to look at the side of the skin. In the meantime, the skin's lippage starts, which makes the skin starts to fall off. After a month, soft tissues are completely decomposed, and only the bones is left. And then, with time, the skin slippage starts, and the skin starts to fall off. After a month, soft tissues are completely decomposed, and only the bones also slowly break down. And then, with time, the skin is, and then the air, the water, the sun, the bones slowly decompose, and the remaining objects are absorbed by the tree and the animals. According to science, this is how our death happens. It sounds a little weird, so we don't even like to think about it, and we keep making our own afterlife theories. What's your opinion on this? What do you think? Afterlife really exists? Comment, we want to know. For this science video, for more videos subscribe our channel.